Tonight, I ask what happens when your body betrays you, when the diagnosis steals your certainty and the future refuses to explain itself to you. Do you surrender? Do you surrender your strength or do you redefine it? Stay with me for the next 10 minutes and I'll show you exactly how this moment, this illness, this debility, this fight keeps me moving and fighting this disease. Hi, I'm Cloud. And I have lung cancer. Feels strange saying this out loud. This channel is my way of defying this disease. A place to regroup and gather my strength. I'm gonna need you in my corner. Here we will thrive beyond cancer. I truly pray that someday soon I can run again. This blueprint is simple. Number 1, recover the body. Number 2, rebuild the mind. And number 3, fortify the soul. Let's walk and discuss this tonight. I stand as a man under pressure, but I do not stand idle. I begin with my body because this body is honest. It reports pain, and I have plenty of it. It reports pain without drama. It responds to work without opinion. Well, at least it used to before this disease. But I stopped wishing for yesterday's strength, for what I could do before all this, and start training today's capacity, today's abilities. I recover the body by respecting progression. I move my joints, my muscles before I load them. I restore range of motion before I chase power. So I do simple, very simple and guarded movements as you see me here in the background. Simple cardio work, simple calisthenics, nothing complicated, nothing crazy. My intention right now is to build consistency and use consistency as medicine. Modern rehab teaches me this truth. Adaptation follows stimulus. We know this. So we exercise and we move, right? That's the way to regenerate the body. So I show up. And yes, I breathe through a lot of discomfort, especially my right shoulder and my left chest with the chemo port. I do small, unglamorous repetitions, sometimes 10, sometimes 20 push-ups, as you see. And this rebuilds trust between my mind and my muscles. Nowadays, I've really stopped asking what I used to do. Stopped asking what if I could still do the stuff I used to do before. The running, the lifting, all of that. None of that anymore nowadays. Nowadays, I ask my body, what can I train today without breaking tomorrow? Remember, consistency is our key. We need to be doing things today that we know we will be able to do again tomorrow. That's our goal. Our goal is never to be able to do this workout just for today and then do nothing for the next week because we are so sore. Here, I've said it once and I'll say it again. None of this is about vanity. This is about reclaiming my inner power, my inner man. And that can only be done with physical activity. You know this. And in this act of every controlled movement, in this simple routine that I do, I declare, I'm here, I'm at work. Leave me alone, cancer. The second blueprint is to rebuild the mind. You know, the real fight does not begin in the body. It begins in the mind. Before I ever get down here, before I ever drag myself down here to do this routine, I've already fought this in my mind. This is where fear narrates outcomes that have not happened yet. And yet Stoicism interrupts that lie. I separate what I control from what I cannot control. I do not control cancer. I do not control this illness. I cannot control timelines. I cannot control outcomes. I can control my mind frame, my effort, and my discipline. I control the meaning of my life. I can control the meaning I assign to suffering. Epictetus reminds me that events do not disturb me. Judgments do, my own internal judgments. So I train my judgments like I train my body. I refuse catastrophic thinking. I reject self-pity disguised as realism. I replace why me with what is required of me now. I have turned my thoughts not into thoughts, but into task. And let me share with you where I stumbled along the way, because I've definitely stumbled and made plenty of mistakes in this journey. At one point, I thought toughness meant ignoring pain and weakness. That belief almost cost me everything. Stoicism teaches me that wisdom precedes endurance. A disciplined retreat is not defeat. Rest is not quitting. Adjusting strategy is not weakness. So it is imperative for you to realize that, yes, we rebuild and we recover the body here, but we also take proper rest and rest periods. Right now I'm resting. I don't go all out. There's rest involved during the session. And the moment I correct my thinking, this fight changes. I stop wasting energy on rage and regret. I invest it in clarity. I accept reality without resentment. And that acceptance frees a lot of power, my real power as a man. And finally, the third blueprint I want to share with you is to fortify the soul. When reason reaches its limit, faith carries the load. I fortify my soul by remembering that my suffering is not wasted. My faith teaches me that comfort was never promised to me. Purpose was. I remember Christ in Gethsemane, fully aware of the coming pain, and yet fully obedient, fully resolved. I pray not for escape, but for endurance. I do not ask, take this from me, as much as I ask, refine me through this. Faith anchors me when the scoreboard looks bad. It reminds me that my worth is not measured by my physical output alone. I am more than my diagnosis, but I am also responsible for how I respond to it. I'll say again, I am responsible for how I respond to this. And ever much so like a fighter in the late rounds of a fight, with the legs feel heavy, the lungs burning, and the vision narrowing, I hear a deeper voice, not the crowd, not fear. A steady call to stand, to endure, to finish with integrity. Scripture reminds me that perseverance produces character, and character produces hope, and hope never disappoints. This is enlightenment for me through pressure. This is my self-discovery through resistance. I do not merely survive, I transform. So let me repeat. I recover the body through disciplined movement. I rebuild my mind through stoic clarity. And I fortify my soul through my faith. This is how I keep fighting, day in and day out. So I ask you to do two things today. Do a 5, 10, or 15-minute intentional physical work scaled to your current capacity and ability with full attention and zero negotiation. And end your day with one written reflection answering this question: did I act today like a man who expects to endure? Start with that. Build your mind, recover your body. Wherever you are, however you're doing, I pray. I pray you are strengthened in body, steady in mind, and anchored in faith. If you find value in my Stoic blueprint to recover the body, build the mind, and fortify the soul, subscribe and see my other videos. I will see you soon.